Hey folks, welcome to the Whiskey Media Happy Hour. Free show this week. If you're not familiar with it, this is the show where all of your favorite Whiskey Media staff members hang out and talk about what's going on in their respective worlds. We're kicking things off with comic books. We've got Tony and Sarah from Comic Vine, fresh from the San Diego Comic-Con, or in Sarah's case, maybe not so fresh, maybe a little wilted from the show. How was the show this year, you guys?
It was fun, Ryan.
We saw you guys were putting the daily wrap-up videos up and shooting a lot of interviews and a lot of floor coverage.
Yeah, booth tours.
It seems like a very intense week for you guys.
Intense 4 days.
It's crazy.
It's 4 days that feels like a week.
My interview with Jim Lee, I had a migraine when that happened.
It's always the best. It's always the worst circumstances that you have to do your best work under.
Yeah.
But
that was fine.
And any particular highlights from the show, Tony?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Artist Alley.
Uh-huh.
And
what is
Artist Alley is a section of the hall floor where the artists go. You know, they rent the tables out. You can go there. You can get them to sign your stuff. You can get them to draw stuff. You know, most of them will charge you, and you can just like talk to them and just find out. You know, hey, what are you doing? Or I really like this. Or why'd you do that? And you know, most of them are cool because that's why they're there, because they want to talk to people.
They do commissions too. You would be surprised how much these guys make at a convention.
Yeah. That's where
they wouldn't pay like the $5,000 for an artist table if they weren't going to make like maybe triple that much during the convention.
Well, so, like what sort of like what stature guys are actually in this Artist Alley?
Everybody goes to Artist Alley. So you've got Adam Hughes, who's okay. So the story with Adam Hughes is he was making these pictures, commissions for kids at the show, and then they'd go home, put them up on eBay. He charged them like $300 for a commission, which is expensive.
Right? Yeah,
they would make about $2,000 on eBay. So then he's like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do 3 commissions this convention, and I'm going to put it up on eBay. And whoever wins gets the picture. So he made a lot of money, but he only made 3 pictures. But like Chris Giarrusso, Tony
Chris
loves.
Giarrusso, he'll do like free pictures of his characters, and I think he charges like 20. He does the mini Marvels and you know his line G-Man comics where they're kind of cartoony, cute little versions, and you can get like full character sketches detailed for like $20. And so what I did is, for the sake of a video, I had them all draw Batman with a broom. But see, I had them do it in my sketchbook, so I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to rip the pages
why with
out.
a broom?
That was a challenge because I didn't tell them ahead of time. It's like, okay, you're going to do Batman, because everyone knows how to draw Batman. They do it all the time.
Yeah.
But then I just threw in the broom to make it something a little different.
Right.
So this is like it's pretty common occurrence for people to come in and like request specific characters.
Sometimes they'll say
not even
weird.
necessarily something that these artists are known for doing or associated with. It's just like, I like Galactus, so I want to go and get as many different artists to draw their versions of Galactus.
Yes, I saw Chris Giarrusso drawing. Someone asked him for Amelia Earhart.
Okay.
Sure, why not? Well, like Dustin Nguyen, for example, does a lot of Batman books.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he appeared in that video or not,
did.
but anyway, he's great. He's one of my favorite artists, and he's done like mini Marvel characters, which is baby versions of those, and he did a big poster, but he's never been assigned to Marvel. So that's a print that you can buy. It's amazing. You can Google it. It's great.
Sarah, any highlights for you want to talk about here?
Not interviewing Chris Evans was a highlight for me.
So that sounds like kind of a backhanded compliment. Tell me, what's the story here?
Okay, so we sort of had this appointment off location, secret location at
sort of.
Yeah. So we had an appointment with him, but he was 45 minutes late to his Marvel signing, which was going to happen right before that. And you can see that this is actually the Marvel booth, and they did like, that's Joss Whedon's set. So that's the helicarrier
for the
Avengers
upcoming
movie. Yeah. So that's the actual helicarrier. Those are real costumes, Shield costumes.
Hopefully they wash them.
And yeah, hopefully the pretend computers. That's them too. But we did interview Stan Lee, which was cool.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Chris Evans, who was just hanging out, was not taking.
He was too busy.
He was too busy sitting. On a chair.
We did in your day one wrap up. We did catch a glimpse of Chris Evans hunkered down there.
Yeah.
This is, although to be fair, this is his second go around at Comic-Con for Captain America, right? He was there last year.
No, he was. I did not see him last year.
No.
And I didn't find him attractive before, but I do find him attractive.
How things change.
Yeah.
Tony, what else from Comic-Con you want to talk about, man?
Just doing the booth tours was really cool. You know, like Sideshow Collectibles, they do a lot of like high-end, super ultra detailed statues and busts.
I'm familiar. My expensive giant MODOK statue knows a thing or two.
They got so much cool stuff there, and life-size stuff, and just different statues. And some of them aren't that expensive. Some of them are like $300 for these limited detailed figures with like cloth costumes. It's almost like a giant cool male Barbie doll.
Do you want all the toys?
Heck yeah.
I kind of want all the toys.
and like some stuff you can you're not supposed to, you can like touch it and.
Can you actually? So the thing that kind of for me, coming from games and coming from stuff like E3, where it's strictly industry, there's a lot more commerce happening at Comic-Con. Could you actually go to the Sideshow booth and buy stuff there, or are they just showing off their super high end stuff?
They're probably just showing you stuff off because they wouldn't have everything in stock. But like Kotobukiya, which they do statues and stuff, they do like a kind of like an anime styled with them. You can buy some stuff there. They'll have some product there, but then they'll probably refer you to their website.
Pretty.
And
that's Psylocke. Sorry. Okay.
Oh yeah. Joy like. And then there's Angel. Angel. I mean, huge wingspan.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And huge.
Yeah.
Other things.
I'm buying that one.
And like these busts right here. I mean, the Thor was creepy. If you look
That's
at
pretty
it.
intense.
That's awesome.
Green Goblin's pretty intense
you could
too.
touch these. These weren't like roped off or anything, and it'd suck if you like accidentally bumped it.
So you could touch these, but obviously they're not encouraging people to touch these.
And they have like prototype ones that there's a little sign that says like not approved. They have to wait for the license to say yes, this is cool. And it would suck if they're like nah. I mean, there's this Obi-Wan Alec Guinness, and it was like ultra detailed, and I can imagine Lucas is like nah. I don't want you to make that.
Did you come away from the show? Did you put down any cash for any collectibles during the show?
I bought a Han Solo and carbonite ice cube tray for $10.
Is it just like one big ice cube?
You have one big one like that, and then 6 small ones.
So creepy, right?
And it's made out of.
In my glass right
like,
now. I'm just drinking whiskey.
And it's made out of like silicone.
Right, so you just pop them out.
Then you can stick it in the oven, so you can like melt chocolate in there or little cupcakes or whatever, and have chocolate Han Solo. They had R2-D2 ones too, but I went Han Solo. He's frozen.
You should make lollipops for the office.
Yeah.
Sarah, anything for you that you picked up?
I didn't pick anything up. Well, I picked up a Pan Am bag. Yeah. Which
there's a TV show coming up.
Okay, there's a TV show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
on ABC.
We don't need to go any further into that.
But they had a cool booth.
Oh yeah, there it is.
In the 60s, right?
It's
Pan Am in the 60s.
So the TV show is set in the 60s, whatever. But I just like it because it's a defunct airline, and they had these really cool bags.
Oh no, the logo for that stuff is
just
really cool.
Awesome. Like,
so it's basically
it's
like another Mad Men, right? That's kind of what they're going for.
Mad Men, Sex and the City.
I'll admit I don't care about the show. I just think the airline is cool.
Oh sure,
and like their logos.
I like that retro
they
stuff.
They have
is
a
cool
great
as hell.
like luggage set too. Which
More Comic-Con highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Battlestar Galactica?
No.
Yes. See, that's a problem. I interviewed Starbuck.
Okay.
Katie Saga. I tell people it's like you watch Battlestar? No. It's like, But then if someone does watch it and I say that, they're like, oh, that's cool.
I mean, I know Katie Sackhoff.
She was really cool. But yeah, so.
That's okay. I didn't watch it either.
I didn't either.
It's because of Ethan.
But she's cool. No, but I asked her about 24, about Kiefer Sutherland yelling at her.
And she's doing some voice work.
Yeah,
coming up,
Batman
right?
Year One. Yeah, and it's supposed to be like true to the graphic novel, to the comic series. And she does the voice of Sarah Essen, the other woman who like.
You don't need to whisper to
little
me.
Shenanigans with Jim Gordon.
And she's also I just saw is doing a voice for the new Spider-Man game for Black Cat.
Yeah, that's an interesting mix.
So
Sarah Essen.
Continuing to leverage that nerd cred that she has there.
There's actually a funny story before that interview. So Joey and I get to the press room. We want to get there early because the day before was the Arkham City one, which was like Madhouse and everything. So we get there early. We're waiting, and then this guy next to us, he's like, this is Axel Braun, blah, blah, blah. He's filming us as a joke. And you want to interview, he's here for Batman, blah, something, and he's like, do you want to interview him? I'm like, they're about to walk in. You're like, okay, we'll just do it. So I kind of heard what he said, but I didn't. I thought, oh, maybe he directed some like fan movie.
Yeah, like a fan Batman movie you find on YouTube, whatever.
What he said was Batman.
So just to preface this here, you took an interview not really knowing who you were talking to.
I was like, yeah, whatever. We might not use it, but whatever.
We probably won't use it.
He was the director of Batman XXX.
Yeah.
So, and I heard that. I was thinking Vin Diesel XXX. And then when he starts talking, I'm like, oh, okay. So what's it like, do you get the lawyers calling in? So, yeah. So
you have an interview with a porn director.
Basically.
That you didn't realize you were interviewing a porn director until you were already in the interview.
And
there's actually, I think we have captured the moment of realization.
And apparently, the movies are very tasteful. There's no profanity.
They're tasteful, but they're having a lot of sex.
Except for lots and lots of explicit, graphic sex.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So is it like modeled after the old the Adam West TV show? Is
the
that
Batman one? They from what I remember when they sent out the press release, they had the
now you're on porn PR lists.
No, seriously, we are. It's like those, delete spam.
Okay, here's what happened. When they first started putting out these films, we wrote an article about it.
You wrote an article.
All right, fine. I wrote an article about it because I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, why are they doing this? And I thought they'd come across some kind of legal issues, right? Because these are copywritten.
But they get by through parody.
Totally get. Yeah, they're like, oh, it's just a joke.
They got the actual set designer for the Adam West Batman.
So now
design the costume.
I am on every.
You got me under. Avengers XXX, Spider-Man XXX, Superman XXX.
Fantastic. Well, start taking that stuff our way, man. Come on, share the wealth.
Yeah.
It's out there.
We have intern Nick is manning the chat rooms through the show today. Nick, any Comic-Con questions for Tony and Sarah?
Yeah, during Comic-Con, the list of new characters in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 leaked, and the Phantom wants to know what you guys' reactions are. The characters, if you don't know, are Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, Hawkeye, Iron Fist, Nova, and Rocket Raccoon.
Nova, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how weird is Rocket Raccoon as
Doctor Strange.
As a choice here? Do either of you even know who Rocket Raccoon
Guardians
is?
of the Galaxy, Annihilation. Yeah, I think I like that they added it. It's a nice touch for the true fan. It's like when they put MODOK in there, It's like,
but this is even more obscure than that. I know who MODOK is.
Yeah.
This is a deep cut for Marvel stuff. Like Howard the Duck would be more well known than.
I mean, Rocket Raccoon has made some appearances lately.
Yeah.
So people might, more people would know than in the 80s or.
But his origin is kind of similar to that, right? Didn't he kind of start off in the humor books, kind of that era?
Yeah.
And
they just went with it. He's a raccoon.
Just completely over your head.
And he's got a gun. He goes out in space.
One more highlight from you, Sarah.
Probably the Legendary Pictures booth.
Okay.
They had
the film studio.
The full.
Yes.
It's the film studio. In case you don't know, they had the full Rorschach costume.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, that was really cool, and a lot of props from Inception. Now the top that Leonardo DiCaprio uses in Inception was not at the convention. It's in the Warner Brothers Museum.
It's not. Wasn't there. It's still spinning.
Yeah, because this is a dream. Yeah.
So thank God.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about this if this is a dream.
No, absolutely not.
Much easier.
So
so they did have some of the other totems, though, from the film.
They did. They had the die, little queen chess piece. But, the Dream Machine, which is really cool. They also had the Batman tumbler because Christopher Nolan shot a lot of the city scenes, the chase scenes in The Dark Knight. As it was like a model,
Well, it was a miniature. It was a smaller size.
So they had the big tumbler, like the Batman car.
Yeah.
It was the coolest.
Or the Batmobile.
The Batmobile.
People might know it.
Probably the coolest remote control car I've ever seen, and it's maybe like the size of a couch cushion. Yeah, there it is. It's just super cool in person. I loved this booth because it's cool. Nice to see that a lot of the stuff is really well made.
Yeah.
And then it's nice. It's interesting to see when stuff is not so well made. Like the Dream Machine was a little
Well, I mean, it's kind of the thing about movie props is that so often it's like this is only going to be used for this one scene, this one specific use, so it doesn't really have to be that great or that well.
Yeah.
It just has to have this surface appearance, and then often it just gets thrown away or falls apart. So
I
think it's cool. I think
that booth that was selling like.
Oh,
props.
really?
Yeah, like they had Marty McFly's Western shirt. It was like $19,000. Indiana Jones glasses was $19,500.
No, really?
And I think the Marty McFly shirt
from the first one,
from Indiana. Yeah,
they had the car there too, right? The DeLorean.
Well, that was
that's not the real DeLorean. All the original DeLoreans are long.
The Marty McFly
gone.
shirt I think was like $15,000.
Jeez.
But a size small.
One more highlight from you, Tony.
One more highlight. We did a little cosplay challenge.
That was fun.
So we wanted, because there's lots of people cosplaying. Norm took over 1,100 pictures.
Yeah, no, he got serious with it.
We did we challenged each other. Sarah and I each had to pick one character and see in 30 minutes how many cosplayers we could find.
You would be surprised.
And
so
we're not going to reveal now. I chose Joker.
Okay, and
Cap.
You chose Captain America.
This video will go up, and you can find out who the winner was.
So we're catching a little glimpse of this, but this is going to go up next week?
Yeah, probably Monday.
Excellent.
Let's say Monday.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we literally ran around for 30 seconds with Anna chasing us. 30 minutes. Ran over 30 minutes with Anna chasing us.
Of which 30 seconds?
Well, we're seeing quite a few Jokers. I will say that just looking at Norm's cosplay photo gallery on Comic Find, that definitely saw a lot of both Caps and Jokers. So
Norm says Harley Quinn was.
Harley Quinn also another big rep.
Afterward, I think. Well, Anna mentioned to us, she's like, "Why didn't you guys pick girls?" I mean, if I picked Wonder Woman, it would have just been so much easier.
Just in the bag.
Yeah.
I would have thought, Batman would have been a no-brainer as well.
I said
Batman,
Batman,
I feel like
Cap,
not
Wonder
a
Woman.
lot of people dress up as Batman because most people can't pull it off.
I said this on last week's show, but just to reiterate, I'm always surprised by because there's the obvious ones, there's the big ones. Wonder Woman's going to be everywhere. Slave Leia is going to be everywhere. Kind of that stuff. But then there's the weird sets that you don't expect to see, and then it's even weirder when you see like multiples of those. The one example that I gave, and again it still blows me away, is the complete set of all female South Park characters of the 4 kids, but all played by girls, and saw multiple sets of those, and like that's crazy. A bizarre choice that multiple people would make that independent of each other.
I think my favorite cosplay set this year were the girls that dressed up as the Justice League characters. So you had female Aquaman, a girl dressed as Hal Jordan, another girl dressed
Batman,
as
Plastic Man.
Yeah, dressed as the Flash. That was cool.
So you guys have the cosplay challenge coming up on Monday. Any more straggling Comic-Con content coming up on the site?
We had some videos, interviews with Jim Lee, which is a co-publisher of DC, and the other co-publisher of DC, Dan Didio, come up. I don't know, Tony, any more?
I think we're about
done.
Just about squeeze it out.
I think so.
Well, excellent. We'll look for those next week. Tony, Sarah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Ryan.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
Up next, Jeff Gersman's going to give us some open source first-person shooter fun. Jeff, what are we looking at here today?
Open source software, Ryan.
It's the future.
Open source software.
GNU.
Yes. GPLs.
Yes.
This is Zenotic, which is an open source first-person shooter. After all that Quake 3 we played yesterday, kind of got me back on the hunt for digging into a lot of this stuff. And this is a Quake 1 engine game that has been heavily modified. Engines all different, and a lot of crazy options and stuff. To basically
Wait, did you say Quake 1?
Quake 1.
Quake Uno.
Quake Uno.
Jeez.
Yes. And they got some maps and other stuff. Kind of jump in. So this is actually just free. You can just go download this because the Quake engine, it released it a pretty long time ago now to let people just kind of do what they want with it, as long as they're not making money, I guess.
So what do people want to do with the Quake 1
They want to make their own crazy ass first-person shooters.
This is moving extremely fast.
Yeah, this is actually, this is, I don't have it turned all the way up. But this is running, you can see down in the corner there, this is running about 160 frames a second.
That sounds about right.
This is not necessarily a particularly recent machine, and we're running 8 bots on it.
Okay, so you're doing
These are not
strictly bots,
people.
but this is a multiplayer-focused game.
Yeah, absolutely. It does have a single-player component where you do kind of go through challenges against bots, but you know, it's the thing is it's far from done. You know, this game is going through balance changes. It still needs a ton of work, and I thought it would be interesting to show in case anyone out there, you know, is out there writing music that they think would go good in a first-person shooter level, or you know, mapping, modding, anything like that. Like, you know, it seems like that they have a pretty open community and are you know, maybe looking for some people to do some development. So
do you want to talk a little bit about just kind of the further back origins of this game, like how even this came to be?
Well, so this is a fork of another open source shooter called Nexius.
Yeah.
And it seems like some of the team was not real happy with some decisions made by the project leaders of that project, who decided to kind of license the name and some of the other stuff related to that game to a company who's making it for Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. And so many things have changed there that the game that they're making commercially that'll supposedly be released this summer doesn't even bear any resemblance to what the open source game was. So at some point it's like, why did you do this? But anyway, you know, it kind of led to these guys wanting to kind of stay true to that original spirit and not have to, you know, use something that was the name also of a commercial product and all that confusion. So they forked it off and started this. And they've been going for a while now, but you know, the version that they're putting out on the site is like 0.1. So you know, they're kind of acknowledging that they have a long ways to go and a lot of things to do. It seems like weapon balance is kind of one of the hot topics. Like everything's got an alt fire, and basically the shotgun here, the alt fire is a melee attack, like this little slow swing here, which. Just to throw my hat into the ring on that one, it's a shotgun. You're already supposed to be up close when you use it. Why would you also have that when you could just do that?
But it seems like pretty much everything's subject to change.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, you know, they're running surveys, they're doing all kinds of different stuff, trying to kind of figure out you know, where it should go from here.
That was pretty good.
There are already some
right
servers
there.
running, so you could actually just go to the site. It's xonotic.org. That's XONOTIC. And download it, and there are servers running. You can just jump in and play. Let's just look at a different map here real quick.
Any sense of, you know, it's open source and it seems like anyone can pitch in. Is there any sense of kind of how big the actual core team is that's working on this stuff?
The credits are pretty long, but it's hard to get a sense for, you know, for who's, you know, contributing the most and who's doing that. I haven't really been following that stuff super closely.
Yeah, sniping. You want to take some questions out of the chat, Jeff?
Sure, dude.
Excellent. Intern Nick, let's hear him.
Pickle Cannon asks, Jeff, what do you think about the crosshair? There's a lot of concern about the crosshair being expressed in the chat.
About the crosshair? Is that
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
Well, so the crosshairs are actually different depending on the weapon you're using. And you get kind of different colors and different things that are you know, part of the ring around the crosshair will let you know if you have like the like machine gun equivalent, let you know how much ammo you have left and that sort of stuff. So they are kind of giving you some tactical information with that crosshair, and you can probably change it. You can actually, there's a whole HUD editor that just like any, you know, just on the user side, you can go in and drag stuff around and move things, kind of create different styles of HUDs. You can move that map around, probably make it smaller if you want to.
I was going to say, you know, with the open source nature of it, that worrying about things like crosshairs is thinking a little small, like as much stuff as they could choose to change about this, or that, you know, the users could potentially choose to change about this.
Yeah, and it seems like, you know, they are running surveys, like I said, and doing different stuff that does sort of take people who might not be like full-on developers, like they're at least asking for their advice. So this is the rocket launcher, and the thing with the rocket launcher is you can fire it and hit the alt fire to explode in midair.
Oh, nice.
But if you hold down the fire button, you can actually guide it around, like kind of Half-Life style.
It's like where you turn your view after it's launched.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Matt Rory with a question live in the studio.
Yes.
Jeff, will you accept this call?
Mr. Rory, you have a question.
So open source FPSs, I mean, one of the big concerns obviously is cheating when people know all the source code and everything like that. Is that
Right.
anything that these people have run into, or is it kind of a...
So they have an encryption. They've implemented encryption between the client and the server to try and stop some of that stuff. And at the very least, you know, help make players accountable for who they are. So if there is some bad business, I guess in theory they could probably get people off the server.
Well, I can see.
It does seem like something that they have considered, and you can actually see if we quit out here. If we go into the server browser, you can actually see some of these servers list AES over here, which I believe is the that they've got encryption running on there. So they're running servers, but not a lot of players playing. So people should maybe download it and check it out.
Go out there and get into it. Do you have a favorite weapon that's in the game right now?
It's probably still the rocket launcher. I mean, they've changed a lot of stuff, but some things remain the same between a lot of Quake Engine games, and that's
you like rocket launchers.
Rocket launchers are pretty awesome.
Well, I can definitely see why you would think of this game after playing a bunch of Quake 3 yesterday. This seems to have a similar focus and runs crazy fast.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's the damn Quake 1 engine, so it's not going to be super taxing. I was getting like 160 or 180 frames a second on my MacBook Air. But granted, that's actually not a bad machine. I guess that's not really a good indicator of.
But not even like the frame rate, but just the movement speed. Like just
movement speed. And so something about the movement speed here that they've done here with the movement and the speed of the movement is that if I just hold down jump, I kind of bunny hop across an area, and you see me kind of picking up speed. Well, there I got hit with a rocket.
Got a rocket
But
jump
you see
there.
this kind of.
Yeah, I noticed you hopping earlier.
Bunny hopping around a level, like you really just start. Look at that, just going.
Automated bunny hopping, God.
And they also have. I mean, this is a weapon that's basically in the game specifically for rocket jumps.
Oh,
it's like you start with it.
I'm excited.
Yeah. You have Matt Roy's attention.
I love rocket jumping. That should be in every game.
Yes, every driving game should have rocket jumping.
Oh man, LA Noire rocket jumps, please.
So Jeff, again, where can folks go to get this if they're interested in trying this out?
It is Xonotic.org, and that's Xonotic with an X. Xonotic.org.
Excellent.
And they've got a few different ways to download it. They just have a file on the page, but there's also, if you want like newer builds and stuff, you can get like automatically updating scripts that download the source and compile it on your machine. And
are there torrents?
They do have torrents.
I knew it.
Of course they do. Yeah, got to offload that bandwidth somehow. And it runs on PC, Mac, and Linux. So kind of running the gamut there.
Whatever you like. Can you take maybe one or two more questions out of the chat?
Dude. Yeah.
Excellent. Nick, what do you got?
wants to know if you've tried Warsaw. It's a kind of similar.
I messed around with Warsaw. Didn't really like the look and feel of it all that much, but yeah, I have messed with it a little bit. Not as much as I messed with this and Nexius. So, yeah.
One more question, Nick.
This is super specific, but Dross was wondering why your health is constantly decreasing. Is that only when you get health pickups? Is that like a
that is a Quake thing? If you get your health over 100, it ticks down to 100.
Gotcha.
There you go. Answer to that question. Jeff, thanks for giving us a look at this game.
Yeah.
All right. Joining me now on the couch, Mr. Matthew Roy from Screen.com.
I can't look away.
You'll have
now
to.
I have.
Now you got to look over here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. So
I
just want to say that we're going to be doing a little bit of trivia. If you are remembering, you caught last week's show, you know that we're changing things up a little bit here. Instead of having the callers call in and do the trivia, we are going to have the interns do it on their behalf. So first two callers that get in, 415-508-3975, are going to have interns Matt Kessler or Big Ben do some movie trivia on their behalf.
Kirk and Zorn, the alien, like fighting on the rock planet, like going at it. And
which one's Kirk in this scenario?
He's the Voyager, I think. Oh, I don't know.
No, which of the interns? I'm saying in your analogy.
I don't know. Gosh, I just came out.
Well, now I'm going to make you.
Emma Stone.
I'm now going to make you see it through. Force your hand.
Who wants to be Kirk and who wants to be the alien? I'll ask them. Like,
no, interns. We can't trust interns with those sorts of decisions, man. Let's talk about movies.
Let's do it. Okay, Cowboys and Aliens came out. We don't have a video for it because Alex reviewed it in New York. Apparently, it's kind of. Okay.
So Cowboys and Aliens, this is Jon Favreau directed.
Iron Man 2.
Kiss off Iron Man. I'm making this movie. Is it Ron Howard produced?
I have no clue. I honestly don't know.
And
sorry.
And James Bond and Indiana Jones.
And apparently it's it's okay for an action movie. It's got some pretty decent inventive action sequences, but Alex says that the acting is kind of okay. Nobody really hits any home runs in that direction. So critically, it hasn't been well regarded. It's below 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it seems like it's a spectacle. If you want to go out and see some shit blow up, maybe it's there for you. But I haven't. Even the marketing kind of made me.
I'd liked the conversation with Jeff about some of the marketing stuff and how I don't know, kind of baffling. I found the posters of just like close up of Daniel Craig with the arm thing.
Yeah, like I know who this guy is.
I don't know. Like it didn't seem like it.
It seemed really dour too. Like there wasn't a lot of humor in the trailers or anything like that. It seemed like, hey,
I think that's just I'm happy to place all of that blame on Harrison Ford because I don't know if you've noticed, but Harrison Ford has just turned into kind of a dour, soggy old dude.
He did that Chewbacca thing for Jimmy Kimmel, which wound up being I thought it was really not super funny.
I didn't see it.
Kimmel kind of set him up for that. So he last year at Comic-Con he did the whole handcuff thing after the guy got stabbed in the eye. So he's got little flashes of stuff. But yeah, he's 70. He's pushing like 75 or 80 now or something like that.
But just like I don't know, everything that I saw of him in the trailers, he just looked tired.
Yeah,
he just looked exhausted. So there you go. Cowboys and Aliens in theaters this weekend. Alex Navarro has a full review up on screen.com. You can check that out. How many stars?
That was 3 stars.
3 stars.
3 stars. I happened to go see, though, I saw Crazy Stupid Love last night, starring Emma Stone and a bunch of other people. It's the Emma Stone show.
I just saw Friends with Benefits, so I got my...
a little bit of her there, too. All right. She's in everything.
Fucking everything right now.
Yeah, she's kind of... The Help is coming up pretty soon.
Yep.
All kinds of different stuff. That's what happens when you make, like, one well-regarded movie. Like, she did an Easy A, and I think when you're done shooting that stuff, like, everybody's, this is going to make her a star. Just sign her up for everything.
Pick it up. So, we're watching the trailer for Crazy Stupid Love. Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. He's getting a divorce. Ryan Gosling's kind of the ladies' man who they share a hangout, and then so Steve Carell just keeps on going, like complaining about his divorce and everything. And one day, Jacob, Ryan Gosling's character, just come on over here, and he gives him a whole makeover, turns him into another ladies' man. But they
teach each other, they laugh, they learn,
and then they learn that all they really want is love.
Yeah,
obviously. So it's
crazy stupid love.
Crazy stupid love. It's well done. I actually really funny at times. Like
you
really
are to be fair, you are a bit of a sucker for romantic comedy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're not looking for the thing I have the problems I have with it has really funny parts of it, but then it also kind of goes into this mawkish kind of. People are making embarrassing speeches in front of
little maudlin,
huge crowds of strangers and stuff like that, like professing to love when it has every billion.
They're big romantic comedy gestures.
Yes, but Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, if there is an MTV award for best foreplay, they will definitely win because it is super adorable. They're a great couple, and all the actors in it really nail other parts. I love Carell and everything, and Emma Stone obviously, and Julianne Moore is kind of. I wouldn't say wasted. She has kind of a thankless character. Marissa Tomei is in it. Kevin Bacon. Just a great cast all around. So,
how is the baby goose?
Baby goose.
Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's fantastic. Ripped. He worked out. It's amazing.
Do you think is that pre or post Drive?
I bet he would have shot this before Drive. I don't know, but he seems like a guy who keeps himself pretty well taken care of. So if you like seeing that, and then there's Emma Stone. If you know the other.
Oh wait, Emma Stone's in this?
Yes, I don't know if I told you about that. She was on Jimmy Kimmel doing a shake weight thing. Did you see that?
No. Again,
I think we might have a little loop.
You watch a lot of Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I do not, but I just this is what I've been looking at for the last few days. Is Emma Stone shake weighting.
Already been done.
Let's take a moment. And just enjoy it. Well, if you want to do you want to put her face on top of yours in the GIF? Oh my God, that's what she would do if I was in the room.
What?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Let's cut away from that as quickly as we can.
How many? Four little puppies. They're sleeping. They're sleeping. Look at it.
Shh, they're sleeping.
Oh, they're fast forward motion too, I guess. Oh, they're adorable. It's too bad you can't hear them because they snore a little bit too. They're adorable. They're adorable. Yes. I think one of them's from like another mom or something because one of them's kind of the black sheep.
That one's a little bit bigger.
He's not a sheep though. He's actually
that's a metaphor.
So I give him 4 puppies. Actually, I laughed a lot. Had a really good time.
Yeah.
It has a layer of cliche that I was kind of uncomfortable with. But
how does it compare to Friends with Benefits, which I rather enjoyed?
I haven't seen.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay.
It is PG-13, so it's not
okay.
quite as raunchy. It's more kind of a it's a good date movie. I would give it that.
So we have our first caller, Courtney from Indianapolis. Courtney, are you there?
Hello.
How's it going, Courtney?
It's all right. It's hot as hell here.
I bet. So
is that Courtney Smith?
No.
No, I'm
No.
sorry. Okay.
What are
Sorry.
you doing?
I don't know.
Courtney, you have the choice since you're the first caller here. Which intern would you like to have perform the trivia challenge for you? You've got Ben and you've got Matt.
I will pick Big Ben.
That's a good call. Big Ben, you're playing for Courtney. Courtney, stay on the line so we can get all your information and so we can make sure to send you a prize in case you win, all right?
All right, cool beans.
Excellent. Hang on, and we will get our second caller. And
Do you want to take a look at that Battleship trailer? Is this time for that, or we skip?
oh yeah, no, let's totally do that. We still got to load up our second contestant. So while we get that second call prepared, let's watch a trailer for Battleship. For Peter Berg's Battleship. Let's get some audio in the studio here because I have not watched this trailer yet. Based on the classic Parker Brothers board game,
starring Brooklyn Decker's breasts, which I'm fine with. But $200 million they spent on this movie. $200 million.
I don't remember this part from the Battleship board game. This part I remember.
You play rugby, goddammit. Oh God, so good.
That's not a battleship. Okay, that's a battleship.
Oh God, Rihanna, yes, is in this movie.
Why?
I don't. Rihanna, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
Oh my God! Also, not something I remember from Battleship.
Well, you didn't play the 2000 version of Battleship.
I do like the fact that their radar's knocked out, so I'm guessing they're going to be launching ICBMs at random until something hits.
Holy crap!
Oh, aliens in Battleship too. Go figure.
Transformers?
You would be forgiven for thinking that this is a Transformers movie, I suppose.
All right, you know what? Advantage Battleship for that shot.
What weapons should I fire? All of them. Oh, let's not even forget the fact that we don't even use battleships anymore. We have destroyers and like aircraft carriers. So I think the battleship is kind of past its prime. So.
All right, we have our second caller here. We have Jonas from Sweden. Jonas, you there?
Yeah.
Sir, by default, you're going to have Matt Kessler play for you in today's intern trivia challenge. How do you feel about that?
Awesome.
I like that. I like that confidence, and Matt Kessler appreciates it too. So, Jonas, stay on the line so we can get all of your information so that if by some chance Matt Kessler actually wins this thing, you will get your prize.
Oh. Yeah.
Excellent. Hang on the line and try and contain that excitement as best as you can, sir. So Matt Rory, what is?
Hi, Matt Rory.
Matt Rory, hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Tell me about the movies. No, are these the same sheet?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about the nature, or tell them about the nature of today's trivia.
Well, today we have, I didn't see it, but I figure cowboys and aliens are kind of the big thing. So I have 3 questions about cowboy movies and 3 questions about alien movies.
Fantastic.
How do you like that?
So Matt Kessler and Ben, are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
So
Answer whenever.
So yeah, these are multiple choice questions.
But if you know the answer when I say the questions, just feel free to shout it out.
It is first to answer. So Nick, can you keep a tally of correct answers?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Matt Rory, do you want to kick things off and ask our first trivia question? Gentlemen, prepared? Focused?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Sure. The 1964 Western A Fistful of Dollars was a remake of which famous Kurosawa film?
Yojimbo.
1 point.
Points.
Matt Kessler
Points
out
to
the
Kessler.
gate.
I
Well
learned
done.
that
Hot.
from Scream.com.
Yes. Not
Very,
bad.
very
All right,
good.
you can do. It looks the same, but it's actually different.
The 1964 Western The Outrage was a remake of which famous Kurosawa film? Is it A, Sanjuro, B, Yojimbo, C,
Rashomon.
No!
Rashomon is
Well
correct.
done. 1 and
Got to
1.
it.
Big Ben gets a point.
All right. Well done. Well done. All right. This is a toughie. The shirts worn by the male actors in this modern-day Western. Actually, it might not be a Western, but anyways. Sold for over $100,000 on eBay. Which movie is it? A. Brokeback Mountain, The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, Unforgiven, or Maverick?
Unforgiven.
Brokeback Mountain.
Hey, that's correct.
You
got to give you a loosey-goosey definition of Western there. They're up in a mountain. They have horses.
They're cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that plays. So
Right.
we've got 2-1.
2-1.
You still have a chance here, Matt Kessler, to bring it back. Don't be intimidated by him. Just look forward. Yeah.
Now we're going to the aliens questions. Questions.
Yeah, now it's time for aliens. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
Which alien-themed movie took over Star Wars' spot as the highest-grossing movie of all time when it was released, only to lose that title when the special edition was released? Is it A, Aliens, B, E.T., C, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or D, Independence Day?
Independence Day.
Close Encounters.
Incorrect, both of them. Wow.
Incorrect
It was
both.
E.T.
E.T.
E.T. made about $350 million when it came out. So that's still 2-1, I think. Yes.
0
All right.
plus 0
What's I'm sorry,
It's
what?
still 2-1. I believe the score
Yes,
is still
it is
2-1.
still 2.
All right.
Well, you ask intern Nick. He's the one keeping track.
It's 2-1.
Thank you for validating my opinion of the score.
All right.
All right. This is a toughie too. Which of the following directors has never directed a film in the Aliens universe? And we are counting AVP here. So A, Paul W.S. Anderson, B, Colin Strauss, C, Jean-Pierre Junot, or D, John McTiernan.
John McTiernan.
Correct.
Very good. 2-2.
2-2. This is great. This is great. Final question.
This will be the tiebreaker.
This
Unless
is
you
it.
go both get it wrong.
All the marbles here.
Unless you both get it wrong, in which case, well, I don't know what we'll do.
Then
I'll make something up.
I think then the both of the callers get to beat up our interns.
No, we'll fly them out here. We'll fly them out here.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, you take the last one.
Final question. Which martial artist was originally cast to wear the Predator suit in the original Predator film but quit after 2 days? Is it A, Steven Seagal, B, Jackie Chan, or C, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It is Jean-Claude
Jean-Claude
Van
Van
Damme.
Damme.
Big Ben. Once again, so congratulations to Courtney. You win a prize out of the famed movie poster box, the Screen.com movie
I don't know why
poster
I thought
box.
her name was Courtney Smith.
I
think she's a regular screen user, though.
Where you even got that from?
Courtney Terry.
Yeah, Nick, you want to randomly pull a poster here to? No, look away.
Yeah, don't look.
Yep,
Sorry
there
for
it
what
is.
this
That's
is.
the one. Go ahead and toss that on down.
I'm not getting a good. Oh God.
Let's
The F?
pull it out here.
The
What do
F
we-
is
what do
this
we have
bull
here?
over here. The After the Sunset.
After the
That's
sun sets.
Diamonds and James Bond.
Oh yes, this is a oh god, this is a Brett Ratner joint.
Oh no!
So congratulations,
Oh, I'm so sorry,
a Brett
Courtney.
Ratner poster for you, Courtney.
I don't
We'll be
know.
getting that in the mail shortly. I want to thank the interns for another good showing. And again, Ben knocking out the park. He is proving to be the intern to beat when it comes to trivia. We'll have to see who can take him down next week.
is gonna be fucking hard. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
are you going to start? You're going
Oh, it's
to
gonna be
crank
crazy.
it up.
Like, which movie
I
from
got to say
1980?
they pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Pretty good so far. Matt Roy, anything?
Thank you for your time.
Anything coming up next week?
More puppies, I think. We'll probably show some more puppies on the show. Maybe a little more. Next week, honestly, I'm still recovering from Comic-Con. I forget what's coming out next week. Sorry.
No problem.
Not too my job.
Matt Rory, thank you for your time. Screen.com. Let's bring it home now with Will Smith and Norman Chan from Tested.com. Gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Will.
I'm Norm. We set up just in time.
Yeah, that was really,
Wow.
this was an incredibly quick turn. We should have done some run-through
I'm
before.
wearing Matt Kessler's mic.
I know, that's gross.
Everyone else was here for the run-through.
It's real. We were here for the run-through, too. We just never did the run. We didn't get to our part because it was the end. But what are we doing today, Norm?
Coffee?
You know? Yeah,
You
coffee.
sound like you've already had a
Coffee.
coffee
It seemed
already.
uncertain.
I've been testing. So I was talking to one of my friends who's a fellow coffee nerd, or coffee geek, actually, Mark Prince from up in Vancouver, and he told me something about these new paper filters. Because
Coffee filters.
we were talking about the benefits of using this guy. This is the version 2.0 cone. We did a
Cone with a K.
with a K. We did a video for this a few weeks ago.
Perforated metal
Yeah.
filter. Cone.
Exactly. And it's for things like pour overs and, wow, you just put that on your head. That's gross, dude. We're going to drink out of that. in a
Water
minute.
will go for that.
Lots of people don't like paper filters because they filter out a lot of the oil and
Yeah.
pull a lot of the flavor out of the coffee. And you kind of get, that coating you get on the inside of your mouth and, when you have your first sip. Paper
yes.
takes that out. So that's why people like these metal cones and the little gold filters and all the other different ways
Yeah.
you can make coffee. Now,
previously using this though.
I want to ask real quickly before we even get into the metal versus paper.
Yes.
Do you feel like there is a significant difference between the bleached and the natural paper filters?
So traditionally, the common wisdom has been to use the unbleached filters,
like the tan ones.
With these, what Mark told me was that the bleached ones are actually, they taste less like paper filters than any other paper filter he's ever used. So I wanted to try it out.
Yes.
Here.
Live. We haven't done this yet.
No, I made 2 cups of coffee just to make sure the grinder was dialed in, but I haven't
I
actually
drank
tested.
both cups.
Brad and Patrick.
What's your total tally for coffee drank today, Will?
My normal 1 cup plus about another 1 cup. Because I drank a taste or 2 out of the tasters. I gave the rest of the coffee to other people.
Okay.
Gave them the juice. You tried to get me to top up your coffee.
Yeah.
It's gross.
What? It's coffee.
Cream and sugar. You're drinking Folgers over there. Those bastards lied. The best part of waking up is not Folgers.
I'm drinking what we drink in the office.
Okay, so worse than Folgers.
Get us better coffee than Coffee Nerd.
Well,
I don't have budget
we
for
saved
that.
the good coffee for ourselves. In addition to the cone and the new paper filters, we also have.
So these are the traditional recommended paper filters. These are the Hario.
Oh no.
These are Japanese paper. Oh no.
This is why we do run-throughs.
We didn't have. Nobody asked me. Did we have anything that's green? I can't help that. So we're gonna test the.
Consider it a standing request.
Hario paper filters. I'm gonna fire up the water. Norm, I'm gonna grind some coffee. This is gonna be loud. Hold on.
Dance. Fill the time.
Grind.
This is compelling content.
Yeah. Okay, so here is our first batch of coffee.
All right. We have a station set off camera. Water's already boiled. It's poured
Water's boiling or close to.
What type of coffee are we brewing today?
This is actually Blue Bottle, and I believe that we're drinking the 3 Africans today. Three Africans. It's actually the name of the coffee. Didn't make that up.
I thought a big part of the Blue Bottle was the preparation process that they go through, not just the
Will Smith
grounds,
is preparing the coffee
not just
today.
the beans.
Do you see the fancy Japanese kettle? Do you see the $50 metal perforated filter?
Yeah.
And the glass bottle. It looks like Internet Nick has a question.
Really good. Nick, what's your question?
There's a couple users who say that they have to use instant coffee because of poorness. What is the least bad brand of instant coffee?
I haven't drunk instant coffee in 15 years. If anybody else has opinions,
Lead us.
go for it.
The instant coffee I drink is made by the interns.
Yeah,
That's not
it's
instant.
pretty instant.
Pretty instant.
You should. I recommend get yourself some
Yeah.
interns and have them make the coffee for you. It's really, as far as I can tell, better than any of the methods that I've seen Will use here today. So
It's definitely true. Okay, so these are the 2 filters. I'm going to actually run some water into this one, because one of the things that you want to do when you're doing a paper filter is wet it before you start using it, right?
let's get that filter box out of the way there, Norm.
This filter box, I believe.
Well, no, that one
That
also.
one too. Okay, so now I'm making. This is crazy. Norm, if you could dump this coffee when that empties out, go grab another mug. I'm doing a really poor job of this. How much water am I doing? What's 300 divided by 5? 60.
That is correct.
60.
So I need to get to 240 grams of water here. We're almost there. We're on the home stretch. Okay, that's pretty good. Any more questions from the chat while I'm pouring?
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What happens when you have to do all of this math first thing in the morning before you've had any coffee?
I always do the exact same amount, so there's no problems. I need
Okay.
a bigger cup than that. We'll use this one.
Any other questions out of the chat, Nick?
Yeah, there's a
put
few
that on
people
the
who
top
say they
there.
don't drink coffee. So Hayes wants to know generally what you guys do when it comes to hot chocolate, if you drink it at all.
I really like that melted, the stuff that you take the chocolate chips and just add a little tiny bit of milk to it, or water.
Too many carbs.
And milk. Norm's living healthy. Okay, so our second taster is going here now. I'm going to let this bloom for a second. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. I may be in the way. Just going to get it wet. This one's almost done, though. And then if you'll get one of these micro perforation filters out, Norm, we can start getting that ready as soon as this cone is done. Close enough. Here's a mug. Boom. Okay, coffee number 1. Looks a little lighter than normal. It's possible I mucked this up because I was going real fast. There we go. Let me have your. Oh wait. No. Okay. So here's the way you fold a filter properly. You always fold down the side, and then you fold down the bottom. And I don't know why you do that, but everybody always says to do that. So I'm going to put this how's your coffee? Tastes papery?
No, it doesn't.
I'm going to have to drink after you in a minute, so don't get any tongue in there or anything. I'm going to wet this filter. Right, if you gargle and spit it back, then we're not friends anymore. Don't even think about it. Okay, good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, so my filter's wet.
Yep.
I'm going to dump the water that I just poured in there out. We need to grind another 24 grams of coffee. I have it over there in a shot glass.
I can't move.
You're tethered.
I am tethered.
I almost made a bad mistake and turned the grinder on without the hopper. That would have been really awesome if it was on camera, and terrible if it wasn't.
Will Ronald Bryan wants to know if you'll ever go a full segment without
I see your lips moving, but I can't hear you talk.
What? Yeah, leaning into the microphone doesn't help because they're just over there. They're not watching the
We're
stream.
not on the internet. Okay, more coffee. That feels like enough water.
Why don't you try that question again?
Yeah, Ronald Bryan wants to know if will ever go a full segment without bringing something green onto the green screen set.
I did it last week. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We were just on the couch. Oh wait, no.
Hilarious
that was on the couch.
question.
Except your knowledge of cosplay.
Let's shoot the messenger, Ryan.
Well, you know what I didn't do was weigh this, so we're just going to have to wing this one.
Okay.
It's the only one that I can. I can't shoot our users, nor would I want to.
And you don't want
But
to shoot
interns.
us most of the time. Oh. Dave is acting as though he would like us to juice him up.
There's some water in here.
I'm just pouring.
That looks wonderful.
I'm pouring the coffee. Got to make the donuts. Why don't we lift this up and see how much is in here?
Okay.
Still more to go.
More.
I mean, I bet you probably could actually make donuts in the time it's taking you to make these cups of coffee.
If you
every morning.
Every morning, 4 minutes.
Every morning. Wow.
4 minutes flat.
I stroll in the office and go, Nick, is there coffee? He says yes, and I'm happy.
Well, when you have a workforce.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I walk out to my wife and say, hey, Gina, is there coffee? Do you know what she does to me? She says, no, you haven't made it yet. This is what my life is.
Train your worthless dog to make the coffee.
She doesn't have thumbs, Ryan. I have to keep explaining this to you. It's not a
I
complex
understand she doesn't
topic.
have thumbs, but I would figure that you would have some sort of dog hacks, some way to figure out to.
What do you think I do with this dog? 20 hours a day she sleeps. The rest of the
she
time
has high
she's
energy.
barking.
That other 4 hours, she's ready to go.
Oh.
Totally focused.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of coffee in that one. That's probably gonna be a little weak, but oh well. Okay, so we'll let this one keep going. I'm gonna taste the cone.
This is the Japanese paper filter.
Boy, the cone tastes really good. I am really good at making coffee with the cone.
I like this one more. I think it's
You
less
like the
diluted.
Japanese paper
Yeah.
filter? Okay, that should be more diluted because it was the same amount of coffee, and that one made this much. I don't think you
I
guys
still
can see
like this
that.
one more.
Okay. I did a really poor job with that one. You like the bad coffee. It's good that you work here and drink Nick's coffee.
I like the bad coffee.
Okay, this last one's going. Do we have any more mugs? Did I count right when I was setting this up?
Yep.
Seems like all signs say yes. Here we go with the garbage can. We're making an incredible mess. It's a good thing the green screen's not out. Pouring. Okay, so let's try. This is the special magical paper filter. Wow. Try that. That's surprising. This tastes closer. Do you remember which one was which? I think this one's the water, and this one's the
That's cone.
Yeah. Better? It's still really, really hot, isn't it?
It's really, really hot.
Yeah. So, Melita paper filters. I'm gonna do some more testing. I'm gonna take them home and try them out more extensively.
I like this one more than this one.
So, which one was? You got to use
one.
words.
I like the new Melita
Okay.
paper filters more
Micro perfs?
than the Japanese paper filters.
And you can actually get the micro perfs like I just walked down to Safeway down the street. You don't have to go anyplace special. I haven't tested the other kind. I have a box of them in my desk. We'll test the bleached and the unbleached. But Mark at Coffee Geek on Twitter is my go-to coffee expert, and he says that the bleached Melita micro perf paper filters are really good.
Well, you're
I
my
concur.
go-to coffee
These
expert.
are good. Well, that's good.
So
up the food chain.
I'm curious here. These are still, bleached paper filters,
Yeah.
which are, pretty common for a drip coffee
They have
maker.
micro perforations.
So what does that mean, and what makes that different from a standard paper coffee filter?
Well, so normally, where did the Japanese? Oh, here's it. Well, no, those are the microperfs. Here's the Japanese. So on a normal paper filter, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
This one has micro perforations, which
dots.
I'm gonna break down.
Can you break down the etymology of that for me?
So the etymology is that micro means small and perforations means hole. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing many small holes. They look like reverse dimples, actually. And it seems like they let more of the flavor go through.
A really bad rash.
Yeah, than say this one, which is just like a paper towel that's been crimped on one end in Japan.
So your coffee filter has goosebumps.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like chicken.
Are they significantly more expensive than a standard coffee filter?
Let's see. I paid for them with a credit card, and I didn't require a signature, so they're definitely under $25. They didn't sell the old kind anymore, so I don't really have a point of comparison.
You could just say you don't know. It's okay.
I don't know. They have the same prices. I mean, $3, less than $25, more than nothing.
So do we feel the $50 for this metal crazy contraption?
I like the cone.
The cone is fantastic. The cone is my favorite way to make coffee. I've been recommending it for a long time on the site.
It's the version 2.
This is the version 2. If you already have the version 1, it's probably not worth upgrading. But this one's actually a lot easier to clean. It's made in America. It's got a giant Ryan Davis behind it right now.
Will, can you warm me up here?
Is that empty, or is there still some swill in there?
There's still a bunch of coffee in it.
Fuck you, no.
All right, Tesla.com, Will and Norm, thank you guys so much.
Oh, I have stuff to give away.
Oh, yeah, Norm has prizes. Woo. Fabulous.
I was at Comic-Con. I stopped at the Weather booth. If you play TF2, I have Righteous Bison unlocks. These are $8 on
So
Steam.
this is the ray gun pistol.
The ray gun
pistol.
Have
you used it yet?
No, I haven't unlocked it. Actually, I don't even have one for myself. I'm giving away to you guys. I have 3 of them.
Wow.
Send on the Test and Chat channel. Tell Nick what was the name of the big gun I'm holding in the Comic Vine video that's worth $3,990 from Weta.
Was it a Lancer?
No.
Was it an M16?
Does Nick know what the answer is?
Yes, I gave him a sheet of paper with the answer.
Okay, excellent.
First 3 people.
Was it a 45 Magnum?
No. No.
Do I get one of these? Do you have one for me?
No. Yours is right here. I'm giving it away to a reader.
Will and Norm, what's going on Tested next week? Any highlights you want to talk about?
Next week's going to be amazing.
Yeah, next week we have a fabulous surprise. Make sure you come back on Monday to see what we're doing on Monday.
Excellent.
On Monday.
Will Smith and Norman Chan, thank you guys so much. And with that, we come to the end of our free Whiskey Media Happy Hour. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks all the staff members for coming out and showing off their wares for the day. If you are a Whiskey Media Premium member, stick around because Radio Dave is coming up. That's right, our own Dave Schneider will be on the phone answering your questions. You know the number, 415-508-3975, or if you're on Skype, Whiskey Media. And that's going to happen momentarily after the end of this show, which is over. So that's going to do it. Thanks for watching the Whiskey Media Happy Hour. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.